Hi there, Commanders! GuardianE here with another Azur Lane news drop, covering the upcoming maintenance and beyond. We have the EN server anniversary on the horizon. Got a ton of new info on figures and merch revealed in the past WonderFes summer in Japan. So we're going to be taking a look at everything in one neat little package here, but before we get started, I'll just briefly remind you that if you would like to help support the channel, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel for more Azur Lane content. So first and foremost, the biggest news involves the EN anniversary livestream, the 7th anniversary, scheduled for August 9th. This upcoming Saturday, it will go live August 9th at 10 p.m. Eastern, so plan accordingly. A soiree in Azure Springs is the initial theming, and the latest preview video features Alsace in a bath towel among New Jersey and Enterprise. I'm sure the full video will be quite revealing, but we will have to wait until the 9th for it. So now we have Alsace appearing in the video, along with the name of the next Prelude mini-event, a Sylvan Retreat, along with the overall theme being a soiree. All kind of lends itself to the theory that we may be getting a multi-faction European event. You know, maybe some French, maybe some Dutch mixed in there. And of course, the tease of an onsen party might mean we get hot spring skins. I don't know. We'll see. But certainly eager to see what we get there. So the anniversary will also feature 2 offline events, one in Europe and one in the US. Maye Breze pop-up taking place on August 16th and 17th, and we have the Azur Lane Fes all aboard the USS New Jersey will be taking place on August 30th and August 31st. I don't believe they've ever had an offline event on the East Coast of the US, so that is amazing to see. And both will have some unique merch, they'll have cosplayers there, raffles, music, some goodies, so be sure to RSVP if you are able to make it. I think that reservations are free for both of them, and you would just need to cover the actual admittance fees into the respective ship museums. I believe it's $30 for New Jersey, and it might be like around 14 euros for Maye Breze. I'm not entirely sure about that. It might be comped actually for Maye Breze, but I couldn't see a final price anywhere. But yeah, those should be fun times. Now this upcoming maintenance that's scheduled for tomorrow, the 7th, paves the way for the upcoming large-scale event. Like I said, we will be getting a Sylvan Retreat to kick things off, and completing missions that unlock daily for the Sylvan Retreat will reward you with a chat frame, among other goodies. We will also be getting a new special augment gear for Duca degli Abruzzi and Admiral Hipper. We've got the Bard's Poem rerun with a free Z46 skin, so this little mini event is coming back, and you can acquire this skin if you missed out on it the first time. Kearsarge is getting a blueprint completion plan, which is very nice. Just by completing regular research, you will be getting bonus Kearsarge blueprints, so up to 30 bonus blueprints you can get for her. In the 3D dorm, they will be adding a new exclusive gift for Anchorage permanently in the form of an elegant frame. And then for New Jersey, we're going to be getting some new limited furniture as well, which will be an exercise bike. Promises to feature an amazing view. And then we have a new secretary story that's going to be launching for Flore. So the Yostar store has officially reopened for US commanders, though with a pretty darn big caveat. So the Yostar US store has a built-in tariff applier, so based on your cart costs, you'll either be charged an additional flat $100 for any order up to and including $185 total. For orders that exceed $185 total, a 54% tariff surcharge will be applied instead. This is basically ensuring that at least $100 in tariff charges are incurred. Now this does put a damper on the reopening of the store. The 10% off discount that they're releasing to celebrate barely puts a dent in the additional fees we're going to be seeing. It's quite a bummer, not going to lie, especially since we are at the eve of the EN anniversary, where I'd expect we get a new batch of anniversary merch released, including an anniversary box set. And yeah, that's annoying. Certainly better than the alternative of closing the shop entirely to US commanders, but obviously the tariff charge stings big time. For those that have been living under a rock, this stems from the removal of the de minimis exemption for Chinese goods and the tariff being applied widely across Chinese goods, Yostar being a Chinese company. These are all going to have a country of origin of China and be subject to those tariffs. The tariffs suck. Plain and simple, they suck. They're the worst I hate them. I certainly don't blame Yostar and Manjuu for it. They're bound by this ridiculous and constantly shifting in flux tax being applied, which is just creating more confusion and uncertainty than anything else. But I will say that I suppose what they could have done technically is put the burden of paying the tariff on the receiver or recipient on receipt. So I don't know how that works exactly. I know that some overseas shops will send shipments with the understanding that the recipient is responsible for all fees, but I think it also depends on the carrier, and then it also becomes a bit of a crapshoot as to whether you'll actually get charged or not and get a bill in your mailbox after receiving. So again, I don't know the specifics behind it. That may not have been a viable option for them, but yeah. And we did just have WonderFest Summer 2025 at the end of July, which naturally brings with it a whole host and deluge of Azur Lane figures, announcements, reveals, new prototypes, all that good stuff. There was a ton that was revealed. They were in full force, of course. We'll go through them by manufacturer. I may miss some of them. Again, there's just so many of them. It's easy to miss some of the developments and new prototypes and things like that, but I'll definitely do my best. So starting off with Apex, which has been a strong partner with Azur Lane for a very, very long time. We've got Louisville in her bunny outfit at 1/7 scale. We've also got Unicorn as part of their Lime Pie series in her nurse outfit. We got Cheshire in her wedding dress, 1/7 scale. FDG in her swimsuit skin, 1/7 scale as well. Aegir in her evening dress at 1/7 scale. Musashi in her wedding dress at 1/7 scale. Alsace rocking her default classic appearance at 1/7 scale. Got Devonshire at 1/7 scale in her Sadistic Demon variant. Got Implacable, 1/7 scale in her Office Lady Teacher outfit. Kashino, 1/7 scale, selling her sweet milk in a cow bikini. Got Strasbourg, 1/7 scale of her Race Queen skin. You love to see the Race Queens. Anigame also a strong showing there. Alsace in her swimsuit skin, 1/6 scale. Kind of interesting with the pose. I do wonder if they're going to be adding like a glass component to it, because otherwise it just kind of looks awkward as is. Prince Eugen, 1/6 scale in her sports skin. We've got Duisburg in her bunny girl skin. Fargo in her 1/6 scale cowgirl skin. Got Sirius in her bunny girl outfit featuring the gymnastic poses. We got Owari in her 1/6 scale Halloween skin. My goodness. Also featuring some swappable spicy leg parts, it seems. U31 at 1/6 scale. And then we've got Bismarck in her unpacked surprise skin. This is actually going to be based on a teaser image that I remember this one being on social media. It was just kind of like a teaser image of what the skin might look like, so they're making a whole skin off of just that teaser image, it seems like. We've got Good Smile Shanghai, going to be also taking on Bismarck in her unpacked surprise skin. They're also going to be doing a New Jersey in her Dancing in the Moonlight skin. Got Belfast in her Blissful Service swimsuit skin. Got Fancy with her standard look at 1/7 scale. I got Amagi carrier version, 1/7 scale in her evening dress anniversary skin. We've got Lion, our most recent UR, in her swimsuit skin, also getting a figure announced. Fat Company bringing out Kearsarge in her springtime monitoring skin. Got Washington in her bold nurse skin and pose. Cleopatra, Stars and Roses skin, quite lovely here. Got Luminous Box coming out with an Unzen 1/6 scale of her swimsuit in an original pose. We got Miethos with Formidable in her anniversary dress skin at 1/7 scale. Also Trinidad in her swimsuit skin at 1/8 scale. Alpha Max bringing out the Mogador 1/4 scale nurse outfit, as well as Franklin in her 1/4 scale nurse outfit. These two together are based off of the loading screen art that we can see here. Got Bartolomeo Corleone, 1/4 scale in her Egyptian theme skin. Maggiore Baraka in her 1/4 scale Egyptian theme skin. And we've got Shinano in her 1/4 scale bunny outfit based off of some loading screen art as well. So Alphamax once again continuing the tradition of having a good number of figures based off of some alternate art, loading screen celebration art, things like that. Design Coco has announced Raffaello in her Egyptian skin, as well as Shimanto in her swimsuit skin, specifically the dynamic mode pose. Furyu is going to be creating an August Von Parseval 1/6 scale. We got Wing with Anchorage in 1/6 scale, featuring her dormitory outfit, the 3D dorm. We've got Freeing coming out with some prototypes, New Jersey 1/4 scale in her swimsuit, as well as Shinano 1/4 scale in her swimsuit, and they do come together based off of this, again, loading screen art that we can see here. And we got Prime 1 Studio creating a Regensburg 1/6 scale in her default outfit. Really impressive sculpt. It is going to be polystone, not PVC, with LEDs, full Regina rigging, as you can see, so it's going to be large and impressive. But again, polystone is brittle, very susceptible to damage when shipping, very delicate and fragile, things like that. Also very, very expensive, so I expect this to have a pretty darn big price tag associated with it. As always with the figure news, if you are interested in picking any of these up or pre-ordering any of these and supporting the channel at the same time, I will put an affiliate pre-order link down below in the description. We'll also put a QR code off to the side, but they should also be available, or soon will be available, at your favorite online figure retailer of choice. Alright, so that is going to do it. Again, we've got the maintenance upcoming, going to feature some light updates, and then leading into the live stream, as well as the EN anniversary celebration. We've got lots to look forward to there. I will be releasing a recap and reaction video to the live stream and the reveal, so if you are interested in catching that, do make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified when that goes live. But yeah, let me know down below what you're most excited for the anniversary. What are your predictions as far as what we're going to be getting announced? And also let me know if you're going to be picking up any of the figures that have been announced. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, let's protect those waters.